Good morning, everybody. I decided to do a feature film, a full-length feature film on our property here, just to kind of put everything together. This is hanging on my wall, so I took the pictures down and I got, see, look how fancy I got my little pointer here. But this is the wall, and this is also where I do my honey, and I got honey in here, and it's got to get my everything cleaned up from that. But at any rate, it was suggested to me to maybe explain what was going on with the property. So what you're looking at here is me printing off the newest pictures from Google Earth, which shows right here the clearing that we've done, and this is what we call the legacy property right here. This is property that belonged to it's been in my family for a long time. Matter of fact, we got it back to 1902 before. So my mom and I went to the courthouse when we first moved here a couple of years ago. All of this was covered in pine trees. And we went to the courthouse. Let me finish that sentence. Went to the courthouse and found my great grandfather. Let's see, my mother's mother, my grandmother, her father's signature on this property in 1902, which is when this county became a county from the next county over. And I have not gone to search those records. So, but as a matter of fact, and I don't know how close I can get pinpointed, this is a major road right through here, and right there is a cemetery, and that is where a lot of my people, my great grandfather and his father and brothers and wives and many generations born there. So this is in total 100 acres. And this is what we started with here, and that is about almost 40 acres that has been fenced in, and we've been grazing it for a couple of years, even though a lot of you have heard about the issues with the drought and whatnot. This area right here is protected wetland, and I think we've got a fence all the way around it right there to protect it. It's real mushy. I think when we first got here, we found a couple of little rivulets, maybe about 3 or 4 inches deep, but this was deemed a wetland by the Corps of Engineers billions of years ago. And then right down here, there's a kind of another rivulet. There's a pond, a small pond out here, outside of our property. And on the very tip of our property, which I call that the Tippy Triangle, is also a wetland. And so I mean, it's this shoots out there at about maybe 1/10 of an acre. It's just small, and it's usually about 6 or 7 inches deep, and just kind of trickles downhill. So let me introduce you to the and you can see how fancy I'm getting here. Okay, so we'll start, well, let me back up here. Obviously, north, south, east, west. We are completely surrounded. This property is owned by one person, very large landowner in the state. And so here are the top 4 paddocks, and they're about 3-ish, some change. This is what we call the home place right there. That's what, I don't know if you've seen the video with the chimney that's about being pushed over. As a matter of fact, that's where we're moving the cows today, actually. And this is the path right here. This is also the property line here. We go around here like that. We are able to get into the wetland right there, but we keep the gate closed. Of course, there are no animals on the perimeter. This is the road that we put in, and you can see that it comes all the way. Well, we did it with the bulldozer, and we are going to have it improved as an official access road. And here's the hardball. That's not, that's the county road. And then you turn into here, and then you come across here. Right there is a solar well. And then this goes around like that, and we can come around like that, and then we can, go all the way around the property. 4 paddocks here, another 4 paddocks here, and if you ever heard me talk about the tippy triangle, that's that paddock right there. Let me not get my fingers in there. So this looks, now that I'm looking at it, this looks pretty simple. But what do I know? I've learned more about fencing since we did this a couple of years ago than I ever knew. And I think I want to go get the original drawing. So hold on. And this, me, I got to do things in parts. That's about as fancy as I can get on this editing thing. And this will be part 1. Let me go get another picture that I drew, and I'll come back.